Hey guys, so I've got a little bit of a different video for you all today. It's got to the point with my makeup stash that I need to have a clear out. And instead of just doing this off camera and not showing you guys, I thought it would be fun to share with you all. I've basically started storing my makeup in my dressing table. There's like this giant drawer. It's so disorganized and it's all just been thrown in there. So what I'm gonna do today is have a rootle through. Some of it's still new as well, because a bit of a disclaimer too, I am super lucky and I get sent lots of makeup being a beauty blogger. So there's a lot of makeup in there. Some of it's been used, some of it hasn't. Some of it could definitely go to a better home. Some of it probably needs to go in the bin. This is the drawer, guys. It is a giant drawer and it is such a mess. I'm gonna pull this out. I'm gonna divide everything up into categories, I think. It's the easiest way to tackle it, literally. Look how deep it is as well. This is shameful. I know it's really shameful. I am the most disorganized beauty blogger ever in the whole world. This may not look hugely organised. What do you think, Pig? But we've done the piles. Let's do this, Piglet Wiglet. So, starting off with highlighters, because it's one of the easier ones and I don't have so many. These two I've had in my collection for ages and I have literally never used. One of them's L'Oreal, one of them is The Body Shop, so they're going into the giveaway pile. This one is for rubbish, if there's anything old, and then I'm keeping the stuff I'm keeping here. MUA Glow Beam, love. Got the Hourglass Ambient Strobe Powder, love that. This MAC one is beautiful, but I never use it. I've had it for ages, so I think that's gonna go in the giveaway pile. This Rodial one, again, I've had that in my drawer for ages and I haven't used it, so that's going in the giveaway pile. The same with MAC Hush. I thought I would use this a lot and I actually haven't ended up using it much, so that is going in there. Makeup Forever, again, I think this one is too like pale for me, so that's gonna go. I have one from a brand called Me, which again, I have barely used. Jouer, I haven't used this much, but it actually does look really nice, so I'm gonna keep that one and make myself use it. The By Terry Impervious one from Christmas, I love that. So that's gonna stay. My Becca Champagne Pop is my fave. That's gonna stay. This little Dior one is from Christmas. It's so beautiful, but I've had it and I've used it like twice, so I'm gonna give that to a friend. RMS Living Luminizer, I've only just got that and I've been testing it out, so I'm gonna put that in there. The Guerlain one, this is from their Christmas collection. It's just the wrong color for me, so again, that's going in the giveaway pile. Got a Bare Minerals Invisible Glow highlight kind of powder. This I got really recently and it looks beautiful, so that's gonna stay. Also have the Dior Flash Luminizer, which is a favorite of mine, so that's staying. These are staying in my collection, these are going, nothing's going in the bin. And next up, primers and setting sprays. This Sensai Bronzing Gel is my fave, that's staying. This Estee Edit stick I have had for yonks and never used, that is going in there. Cover Effect spray, love. This Urban Decay one I actually don't like, but it's going in a worst of Urban Decay video, so I'm keeping that to one side. This Estee Lauder one I love, that's staying. Kat Von D one is great, that's staying. Ordinary, wasn't mad about this, it's the only product from The Ordinary I've tried that I don't love. CoverGirl True Blend, I like that one. Love the By Terry one, that can stay. Urban Decay B6, love. Collection Primed and Ready, love. This one from Rimmel is pretty old. I think I've had it for a couple of years, so I think that can probably go into the bin. MAC Strobe Cream, this is the peachy colour. Again, I got this a few months ago and I haven't used it, so that's gonna go to a friend, and that is it. I definitely do not need this much foundation. So these are my favourite. These are Giorgio Armani Power Fabric and they're actually in different colours. So I am gonna keep both of those as well as this Bourjois Air Max, that's my favourite. The YSL cushion, again, I really like that. It also has my name on it, so I'm keeping that, as well as the 123. I think I might actually need a new one of these, to be honest. I've had this for quite a while and it's like leaking everywhere, so I think that probably needs to say hello to the bin. This Estee Lauder powder as well is pretty heavily used, so I think I might say goodbye to that one. Perricone MD Face Finishing Moisturizer Tint. I kept this because it's a super expensive brand, but I actually really didn't like it. I only used it a couple of times, so that's going to go in the giveaway pile. This is the new Healthy Mix formulation, which is really nice. That can stay. My Milani Conceal and Perfect, it needs a shake, but that can stay as well. The Kiko Skin Modernist, really like that one too. The Trish McAvoy, again, needs a shake. This is the Even Skin Water Foundation, that's really good. Urban Decay All Nighter, this one I don't like, so this can go. This is the Double Wear Stay in Place, like Estee Lauder Double Wear, the classic basically, which is in Pale Almond. I think this is too dark for me, but I'm gonna keep it for summertime. MAC CC Cream, I really don't like this. This is a colour correcting one. Beauty Pie Love. Not a massive fan of the Burberry one, so that can be given away. This is a new Clinique one that I want to try. I have the Lancome cushion, which I like. The Chanel Le Teint Ultra Tenue. This is the new one from Chanel, a long-lasting one, and it's just too matte for me, way too heavy. So that can go in there. Hourglass Vanish. This is like the high coverage one. I like that. That can stay. The L'Oreal Nude Magique. This is pretty much empty and very old, so that can go. Tom Ford Waterproof Foundation / Concealer. This is too pale at the moment, but in winter I think it's going to be good. The Clarins one, this is way too matte for me. This is new. I really didn't like that, so that can go. And the L'Oreal cushion I really like. That can stay. Rimmel Match Perfection, again, one of my faves, and Collection Illuminating Touch. I'm not limiting it too much here, am I? Like, this is still a lot. Okay, I also clearly have a bit of an issue with concealers because I don't need this many. This is crazy. The Maybelline Master Camo, this came in the other day and I still haven't used it. And I don't know if it's gonna be for me, to be honest, because I think these colors are too dark. So I'm gonna give that one away. The Rimmel Match Perfection, I really like this one. I'm not sure if it's too dark for me though. No, actually maybe not, I'm gonna keep that. The MAC Prep and Prime, I don't actually like that. That can go in the giveaway pile. NARS, love. Bourjois, love. Clé de Peau, love. Givenchy Mr. Light, don't love, that can go. Hourglass Born This Way, love that. Radiance Reveal again, that's in a different shade. Maybelline Eraser I really like. This is the YSL Touche Éclat. This one I've had, I actually have 3 of these, look. Do we really need 3? This one has my name on it, this one has stars on it, and this is glittery. I need 3. What is life right now? The MAC Studio Fix, love that. These are actually the new colour correctors from Collection, which are coming out soon. They're not out yet, but they're amazing. I'm keeping those. I also have a lot, 2 of the Collection ones. I think these are different colours though, 1 and 2, so they can stay as well. MAC Prep and Prime again, don't love that. This Lancome one I really like, but the colour is slightly too dark for me, so I've also used a lot of it and it's a bit gross, so I don't think I can really give it to anyone, so that's gonna go in the bin. Bourjois, love that. That's number 3, number 2, and I have number 1 somewhere as well. This Estee Lauder one is really old and needs to go in the bin. It's like a bit disgusting. NARS, love. Laura Mercier, love. This one I really want to try, I haven't used it yet. This Alima one is a little bit dry and I've used that a lot, so that can go in the bin. Bare Minerals Well Rested, I don't actually use this. This is like the see-through one, so that can go to a friend. The Amazing Concealer, I still haven't used that. That's in my pile to use. And then I have a couple of the Bourjois Healthy Mix ones, which again I really like in light and medium. This is the Collection Illuminating Touch, which I don't love. That can go. This is like the primer brightener one, that can go. Guerlain, love that. I also have the Garnier IBB roll on, which is really nice. This is from RMK and it's a blue concealer. I don't really understand it from a color correcting point of view because I get what green does, but blue, it does nothing for me. So I think that's gonna go in the bin, and then the Dior one is pretty new, so I'm going to keep that as well. So for powders, this Becca one is my favourite at the moment. I'm not getting rid of that. The Beauty Pie one is amazing. Definitely not getting rid of that. The Chanel one, I really like that one as well. This Bourjois one is pretty old now, and I've used it loads, so I think that one is going in the bin. The Rimmel Stay Matte, I've barely used this, and I've had it for ages, so that's going in the giveaway. The Givenchy one, I still haven't used that, but I want to, so that's staying. My MAC Blot Film is staying. My Soap & Glory Glow All Out, I still really like this stuff, so that is going to stay as well. Makeup Forever Translucent Powder, I still haven't properly tried that, so I'm going to keep that. This MAC Prep and Prime one I've had for a while, and I really haven't used it much, so that can go in the giveaway pile. And then these Milk makeup blotting sheets I have had since September and still not used them, but they're quite useful to have around, so that one is gonna stay. So I've actually got more blushes than I thought, and I tend to always use the same ones, so I feel like we can be brutal here. This is like my fave, Lancome one, that's staying. MAC Blush Baby. I really like this, but I don't think I've ever used it. I'm gonna keep it because I really like it. I also have Lady Blush, which is the cream version. So, so nice. I've got a Tom Ford one, and this is in Inhibition, which is a beautiful colour. So I'm gonna keep that one. Marc Jacobs, this colour I never wear, that can go to a friend. The Caitlyn Jenner MAC one, I do really like this, but I think it's a little bit dark for me, so that can go. I have Charlotte Tilbury First Love. This is actually quite pretty, but I don't use it enough, so, oh, I don't know actually, I'm gonna keep that. I should use it more. Benefit California, I've been using this loads recently, that's really nice. MAC Warm Soul, that is not going anywhere. And then I have Spring Sheen from MAC, really nice one again, I feel like it's kind of similar. I have a NYX palette, which I think I've used like twice, so I think that can probably go. I have my Hourglass Ambient collection, which I don't use enough. I need to use this more because the packaging is like stunning, so that's gonna stay. I have an Estee Edit one in a corally colour, which I think is like slightly too coral for me. So again, that can go to a friend. Too Faced Sweet Peach, love. My Tartus palette, I've had this for a while and I use it so much. It looks like I've literally never touched it. And I've used this colour to death. I feel like it's gonna last forever. And then I have this, which is the Lancome Cushion Blusher, but this is in Framboise, which is a really bright colour, and I've only used it a couple of times. I'm gonna give this to a friend, but I'm gonna take that out and put that in the bin because that's gross. I bought this when I was in Canada and I have never used it. I need to keep that on top of my pile. I really wanna keep it. Then I have a Kiko one. This is like a little bronzy highlighty thing, never use it. This Bourjois cream blush I've had for quite a while and I don't really use it, so I'm gonna pop that in the bin. And then I have the Guerlain Lip and Cheek Tint. This is a newer product. I've used it a few times and I don't really like it, so I'm gonna give that one away. I have my mini NARS Orgasm, which I love, that can stay. I have a dual use lip and cheek cream from Christmas and I like that, so that can stay. And then I have Something Special blusher, which is beautiful from MAC, so I'm gonna keep that. And then I have this, which is the Pretty Powerful number 3 from Bobbi Brown. This is such a gorgeous colour. It's like lip and cheek cream. That can stay. Bronzers and contourers. First of all, my L'Oreal Cushion Bronzer, not going anywhere, love it. The Soap & Glory Mighty Contourer, I've used like a couple of times. I didn't love it, if I'm honest, so that can go. The Collection Precision Contour, I love, that can stay. And then I also have the Victoria Beckham bronzer, which I do really like, that can stay. Bourjois Chocolate Bronzer, love that, that can stay. I have this Stila palette, which I have barely used, I've had it for such a long time. That can go to a friend. I also have this James Reed Tantour kit that I've had for such a long time and I've never used, so that can go. This one is actually a new one I'm trying out from Collection, so that can stay. I have my Marc Jacobs Contour Duo, which I really like, that can stay. I think this is actually a blusher. Yeah, that's a blusher, but I do quite like that, so that can stay as well. Chanel Bronze Universal, love. Bare Minerals, I haven't actually tried this yet. This is brand new. Again, that can stay. And then my Kat Von D Shade and Light. I don't want to get rid of that because I really like it. Didn't get rid of too much in that, but I love all of these. Okay, so now we're getting slightly more into the crazy territory because this is mascaras and I have way too many. This Marc Jacobs one I've had for way too long and it needs throwing out. Scandalized Reloaded, same thing, I've had that for ages. This Grandiose one is fairly new, that can stay. This NARS one, I don't think I'll use this very much, I've only used it a couple of times. I don't mind sharing mascaras with friends. Some people do, but I don't. Volume Million Lashes Fatale. That I think is only a couple of months old, so that can stay. Rodial Glamour Lash, same situation as NARS. The Collection ones, now I have all of these and I don't think I probably need all of them. I'm definitely going to keep the eyeliner one and the waterproof one with the primer, and then these ones can all go to a friend because I was testing them out and they're my favourite ones I ended up using more than once. Giorgio Armani Love, that can stay. Givenchy, I've barely used this, but I want to, so that can stay. Tarte can stay. This one is really old, I've used it loads. It's got like dried up lipstick on it, that can go in the bin. This one from MAC, Hot and Naughty, that can stay. Tom Ford is amazing, that can stay. YSL Shot can stay. YSL Effect for Seal can stay. Maybelline Lash Sensational Luscious, that's fairly new, that can stay. MAC Opulash Optimum Black, I've never used that and it's been there for ages. That can go. My Too Faced Better Than Sex Waterproof is from a year ago because I remember it was April. So that can go in the bin. This MAC in Extreme Dimension, again, is over a year old. That needs to go in the bin, as does the Scandalized Reloaded. Bare Minerals one, I have never used. That can go to a friend. This one is new, I want to try it. This one I've had for way too long, Max Factor Masterpiece, that can go. Another Rodial one from my Harvey Nichols project, that can go to a friend. Upward Lash Love, that can stay. The Beauty Pie one is pretty old now and I've used a lot, that can go. Serge Lutens, this is terrible. I don't even want to give it to a friend, it's just going in the bin. The L'Oreal one, I've never used this. This has been in my drawer for a while. That can go to a friend and my baby doll can stay. Next up, individual eyeshadows and one small palette. Palettes we're going to get onto in a minute. So first of all, NARS Rose Gold. I've barely used this, but it's too beautiful. I can't get rid of it. Bare Minerals 5-in-1, love that. I also love the YSL one. This is one from the Victoria Beckham Estee Lauder collection, which, to be honest, is like a blue-grey, and I don't think I'm going to use this very much. If you guys can see that colour, it's beautiful. I'm going to go to a friend. I have Ilia eyeshadow stick, which I've used and I don't love it. I really like the colour, but the consistency is pretty bad, so I'm going to put that in the bin. Colourpop, this is like a very like warm tone brown, super pigmented. I actually do really like this, so I'm going to keep that. Trish McAvoy 24 Hour Wear. These I really like, but this colour I've barely worn, so I think that one's gonna go. This is the Benefit like duo. I do quite like these, but I find myself not using them, so I think I'm gonna give that to one of my friends. These are amazing. These are the MAC ones from Christmas time. I can't bring myself to get rid of them. Look how awesome they are. They are like velvet and you touch them and they don't change. So beautiful. What I'm gonna probably do is get rid of the greeny one because I never ever used it. I'm gonna give that to a friend and then I'm gonna keep the olive and the plum. Next up I have a load of individual MAC shadows and I never use these. This has literally never been used and I've had it since September, I think. This one is Mulch. I've used it once. I know it kills me, but I think I'm gonna get rid of all of these because I just honestly never use them and I'm not gonna depot them because I have like a full MAC palette. So I'm gonna give these to my friend. I have a couple more Trish McAvoy. Love that colour. I'm going to keep that one. Love that colour as well. It's like a nice matte. The Kate for Rimmel Rose Gold. Love that. That's staying. Marc Jacobs. Really like that colour as well. That can stay. Jouer Cream Eyeshadow. This is a really gorgeous like khaki. That can stay because I use that a lot. These are the new matte smoke sticks from Topshop, which I love. MAC Paint Pot in Groundwork. It's a classic. Use it all the time. That needs to stay. This is Quite Natural from MAC. I actually have never used this. I think it's a little bit too dark and orangey for me. Again, that can go to a friend. These two are the Armani individual cream shadows. They're amazing. I love those. Kiko. This one is new. It's like a rose goldy colour. I love that. It's a cream eyeshadow stick. Stila Super Blingy Magnificent Metals in Smouldering Satin. That can stay. Another Colourpop one. This is like a slightly like duochrome one. I do like that, but I don't really use it, so I think that could probably go to a friend. This is a highlighter. This snuck in here, didn't it? Cheeky. It's in the wrong pile, but I do really like this. It's a Beauty Pie one, so I'm going to keep that as well. And then I have my Rimmel Magnifies palette. I think this is Keep Calm and Go for Gold. I really like that one. So those are staying. Those are going. That's going in the bin. Okay, I may have a problem with eyeshadow palettes here, guys. I have way too many. So first of all, I have two of these. They're the Collection Nude Rose palettes. One of them is brand new, one of them is used. The brand new one can go to a friend. Urban Decay Naked palette. This is so old and it needs throwing away, but I use it to show in videos because it's my classic like favorite palette, but I need to get a new one. That can stay for the time being. This Marc Jacobs palette is about 5 or 6 years old. I love it. I used it on my wedding day. It's the Lolita, but I think it's time to say goodbye. The clasp is broken and it is just very, very old, so that is going. This other Marc Jacobs one is newer and it's a different colorway. It's called the Dreamer, and this is really beautiful, so that can stay. This is a little Kiko one I got recently. I don't love it. I don't love the pigmentation. That can go to a friend. The Lancome Sonia Rykiel palette. This is really pretty, but I just don't use the colors enough. It's a waste keeping it, so that can go in there. The NYX Ultimate Shadow palette, again, this looks so beautiful. I've used it a few times, but I don't use it enough, and I think it could have a better home. The Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, my fave, that's staying. And then I have the new collection Matte Nude Rose palette, which is not out yet, and it's amazing, FYI, so that can go in there. Oh, I have another one, another Nude Rose. I have 3 of these. This is outrageous, guys. Can you tell they're my favorite? And they're like $3.99 as well. Rodial Smoky Eye palette, love. The Bourjois palette, I don't really like this. I don't think it's amazing. It's got too many pale colors. That can go in the giveaway pile. Tartist Pro To Go, love this. This is fairly new as well. Urban Decay Naked Basics, love. Then I have a Chanel palette, which is the golden one. I've had this for a while and I never use it. And these two shadows are so similar. I think this is gonna go. And then the NARS and God Created Woman palette, I've used this so much. And I don't think it's too old yet. It's probably a couple of years old, so I think that's gonna stay. I have an Illamasqua highlighter, which should not be in this section, which is actually really nice. That can stay, but go in a different pile. And then I have my MAC Harrods palette, which is so gorgeous. This is staying. It's not going anywhere. I have way too many eyeliners. This is crazy. Urban Decay 24/7. This is very old and dried out. You know when it was like dried up? That can go. Trish McAvoy, I love these. I have the charcoal one and the green one and the aubergine one and the brown one. These can stay, they're my faves. And then I have a Lancome Grandiose liquid liner, also a very big favourite of mine. This little one is a brown Kat Von D tattoo liner, which I do quite like, so I'm going to keep that. A very, very old Rimmel Scandalized, that can go in the bin. Tattoo liner from Kat Von D, love, but why do I have 2? That is very silly. I think this one is old and pretty dried out, so this one is the newer one. That can stay. The Tartist eyeliner, which is double-ended, those can stay, very good. This is my Marc Jacobs one, which is so knackered. The end has gone like all funny and it doesn't do a precise line anymore. So I think it's time to say goodbye to that one. Makeup Forever Aqua XL in brown. I actually do really like this. I need to sharpen it though. That can stay. Tarte Silk, I like that one. Charlotte Tilbury, that's good. Still nice and wet. And then the Jouer Slim Cream, I love these as well. Makeup Forever Cobalt Blue, I never use this and I've had it for ages. That can go to a friend. This is the double-ended Estee Lauder one, which I really like. That can stay. MAC Liquid Liner. That's actually a really nice deep blue colour. That can stay. Guerlain, I think this one is kind of drying out, but I'll keep it for the time being until it goes. The Bourjois one, really like that. That can stay. The Rimmel Scandalized. This one is the micro liner and I really don't like it, so that can go in the bin. I have the Wonderland crayon, but I don't actually like this colour. It's a little bit too bright, so this one I've also only ever used it like once, so that can go. I have the brown liquid liner from Too Faced. Again, that can stay. A new Scandalized that I'm going to keep. Jouer pencil, and I think this colour is like the purple. I never use this. This can go into the gift pile. This is a mini Marc Jacobs black, which is good for traveling, so that can stay. My MAC Feline can stay. This is the Scandalized Nude, which I love. That can stay. And then this is the Annabelle Chrome Kohl that I bought in Canada. Beautiful. And that can stay. Pretty modest clear out there. So for brows, I don't have too much. I obviously have my 2 products in medium. I'm not getting rid of those. They're definitely staying. I have my Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil, which I really like. That can stay. I really like the Marc Jacobs one too. This gel I'm not crazy about. It's the HD one, so that can go to a friend. This I've had for a long time. It's the MAC Lingering one. I might keep that. I have the Benefit Highbrow Glow, which is a really nice highlighter. The Rimmel Brow This Way styling gel I don't love, and I've used that a fair amount, so that can go in the bin. The Isla Brow Gel, this stuff is so old. I've had it for like a long time, and now I have my own one, so that can go. And Trish McAvoy Brow Mascara in Natural Brunette. This can stay. I have never used that, but I'm gonna try it out. My name is Fleur, and I have a lipstick addiction. This is an issue, guys. I'm actually gonna have to fast forward some of this, otherwise this video is gonna be so long, but I will come back to you when I've decided what I'm keeping. I'm getting rid of quite a few. These are the old ones slash empty ones that are going, and then this is what I'm keeping. On the MAC front, there's a lot. They're my favorites. I've got Brave, I've got Velvet Teddy, I've got Syrup, Patisserie, Fanfare, Modesty, Viva Glam 2, Twig, Cosmo, Whirl, D for Danger, and Ruby Woo. And then I also have Dough and Smoked Almond and Mulling Spices. And then I have Feels So Grand in the different finishes. So these ones are staying. I have the Chanel like liquid lips one, which I really like. I've got a deep Maybelline one in Midnight Merlot. Vice in Back Talk, Ciate liquid lipstick, which is my fave. I've got a couple of my own lip glosses from my collection I brought out a couple of years ago. Velvet Kiss from Collection, my two favourite colours from them. Caramel and Mulberry, my favourite YSL, which is number 70, gorgeous. The Rimmel Kate Moss in My Nude. I've got the Collection lip primer. A load of balms. These are like the Clarins ones and the Dior ones that I love, and there's a couple of old ones that have gone in the bin. Shiseido, I've got Bite in Pepper, which is gorgeous. Tom Ford in First Time. Hourglass in Icon. There's a couple of the Hourglass ones actually. Icon and Liberator. I've got a Guerlain one, which I don't know the colour, but it's got my name engraved on it. It was a gift from them. A couple of Givenchy ones. Kat Von D Underage, which I love. Pat McGrath lipstick. Pillow Talk from Charlotte Tilbury, which I still haven't used, but it's waiting for me. I've got my Lancome 367. I've only worn this once. I think this one's gonna go to a friend. And then I have my Estee Edit Nude, the barest lip colour in So Bare. Chanel Crayon, which I love. By Terry in number 2, which I love. And then my Marc Jacobs one. And now I feel exhausted. So here is the big reveal of my reorganized makeup drawer. It's organized for me, so like I kind of know where everything is. So at the back we've got the primers and the sprays, we've got the powders, highlighters, blushes, bronzers, and then we have the lipsticks in the front here with the MAC ones, lip balms. All of the base products are here, and then there's this concealers, eyeshadow palettes, the cushion foundations, then there's the brow stuff, individual eyeshadows, mascaras, eyeliners, and that is it. A lot more organized than before, and I've decluttered my life. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, and you would like to see a kind of bathroom version as well, then let me know, because it's something that I really need to do to my bathroom, and probably my wardrobe too. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you very soon. Bye guys.